Hello YouTube fans, here again, and I figure why not do this one. I've done comparisons before, so why not do Total Recall versus the 2012 Total Recall. I remember saying this, and I still a man of my word. There's only ever been one recall with the one man himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger. So let's do a versus. Why not? Why not? Now, as we know, originally in 1990, Patrick Fazer was going to play the role of Trade in Total Recall, but instead it got to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now we do a comparison of who's who. In the 2012 one, Tevin Farrell. Before people do me love letters and say you just don't like the man, I don't hate him, but I don't altogether rate him. What I mean by that is I think he's overrated. There's only ever been one film I think Tevin Farrell did what is decent, and that was Phone Booth. Everything else has been a remake. I remember doing Fight Night. Surprise, surprise. He was in that. Now, granted, you can't say I'm on my brain now. You can't say Miami Vice. I meant to say you can't say Miami Vice because that's a TV show, but you could say a remake. What was never needed. And he was living in old Don Johnson. I think it's argue with me and say he was making it his own, but everything he does is a remake. And this is a prime example because he's definitely no Arnold Schwarzenegger. And that's it, you see, that's the downside. People think of action stars, they think of Sylvester Stallone, they think of Dolph Lundgren, they think of the man who's sadly no longer with us being Bruce Lee, even though he's more into martial arts. They think of Jackie Chan, because he also did action, not just martial arts. You think of John Ford Van Damme, because he also did action, not just martial arts. And then you think of Arnold Schwarzenegger. You think of all the films, The Running Man, Demando, Predator. The list goes on. The list goes on. I know the one we always screamed about. I'll be back. The Exterminator. Even the massive sequel, Exterminator 2. I'm not going to say the rest because I didn't really rate the rest. Right? So you think of an Arnold Schwarzenegger film, straight away you think of Total Recall. So nobody else after that could take that role. Nobody else. And I do know it was taken off a book, but this is it. Now we go to the 2012 one again. If you try to do a comparison, right, and you try and pretend that the original did not exist, it fails hands down. Buying cars, chick, it's been in every sci-fi film going, moving things around with your hands and it passes. Um, been in every sci-fi going. This is even copies lines from the original, but it's a remake. It's probably copy things from the original. Every line going, every line going. And Stephen Farrell is a wimp. He's a wimp. He can't do action, and it shows, and so on. So this is where Andy will beat him in any way. And he could do the one-liners, and he could do action, and he had the biceps in that era, and he was doing the one-liners. Stephen Farrell, there's nothing. And knowing it's based on a book, it's not even faithful to the fucking book. It's not even faithful to the fucking book. To the book. That's fire what's bugging me right now, right? So it fails. It fails in every comparison of who's the better fucking man. So now we get to let me think. Imagination. Right. Well, imagination. I like the idea. It's in the food, so yes, it's been done that many times. But it has got imagination. It goes to Mars. You've got mutants. You've got women with three titties. You've got practical special effects. What's the remake got? What can beat it? What? CGI. We've seen it that many times. Looks like a video game. The opening. I can compare that straight away. The day opening where he's on Mars with Arnold Schwarzenegger and he's wonders and he falls and he smashes his helmet and you think he's a goner and it's a nightmare. Well, that even copies that in the remake, but because of the rating, instead you've got these guys with helmets on, I think they're imitating the original, and they shoot me some laser and they pull him across. And you've got lens flares in the 2012 one. What the fuck? There's that many lens flares in it, you will go blind. I wouldn't even make a drinking game for the entertainment. I wouldn't. You'd get your stomach pumped out. It's a word of warning. I remember Rambo for Life going at Lemper the movie, and he's right. He's fucking right. There's a scene in it where the actors can barely fucking see what they're doing. There's that many lens flares. That's the imagination of this director. You take away the word Joker Retail and put lens flare the movie, it still would not make money. He only was tassing in on the name, and it shows. There's no imagination. Now, the original, by the real director, being Paul Holden, practical effects, bid it film, made a load of money, and you can see why. Arnold Schwarzenegger, a lot of imagination, Signed Stone. The list goes on. The list goes on. What do you get in the fucking remake? You got the director's wife with Kevin Sosa's no access. Starts to act like Signed Stone, chokes out Devin Farrell, and Lemfairs and CGI effects, and copies everything sci-fi from the book, buying cars. That was impressive back in the day of Blade Runner. It's now old hat because it's been done that many times. So apart from that, you get lens flares non-stop. You get fucking CGI. It has to copy things. Get seen his face is thickening. It's just fucking annoying as fuck. A shitty opening, and it doesn't look like a big budget film. The original from 1990 looks like a big budget film. Good practical effects, imagination, and with one-liners, and it sells. It sold. So even the 1991 kicks the shit out the 2012 one. It was even a smash hit in its day, so I don't even understand the day. I do not understand why they did a remake. I say this to the director what did a classic by Paul Holden. I'm saying it to you, not like who'll ever watch my channel anyway. Why did you do a remake what wasn't needed? Why fix something what wasn't broken? Because at the end of the day, it wasn't even faithful to the book. I wouldn't mind if it was faithful to the book. Instead of making a sequel with Arnold Schwarzenegger as Trade, going to Saturn, fighting aliens, even though people could say that's a rip-off of Aliens, that would have been an awesome sequel. Would anyone not have loved to have seen that? But, you know, in today's era, this is it, man. This is it. You go back into 1990, what did you get media-wise back in that golden era? You had Predator 2, you had Ghost, you had fucking Arachnophobia. The list goes on. The list goes on. Oh, and the doors you had Tokurito, you had Darkman. I've just named 5 fucking films from 1990. What did you get in today's era? Remakes, reshitting-ins, remakes, more reshitting-ins. Trying to dig things up from the past, and that fucking souls. It souls, hands down. Now we get to the rating. This is why Hollywood today, I do not talk about the later films, because there's nothing to talk about. Because everything is PC pussified. You've got directors and producers who want to dig up from the past, do remakes and reshitting-ins, and it sells. And they always think that the magic number is a 12. But this proves, people, that back in 1990, when Hollywood had imagination, something they're lacking these days, you got a real director like Paul Holden, 18. Socorro, 18. And you know what? Tokurito was a big hit film, so I still don't get today why they did a fucking remake. Because that goes for the director who did the shit make. Why? And, you know what I mean? You got to see a woman with 3 tits. You got to see practical special effects. How alone did it? How fucking low. And it was the last film Arnold Schwarzenegger did what was rated 18. The last film he ever did what was an 18 rating. Very rare these days you see an 18. Very rare. But you know what? It had an impact. Because when people got shot up, you could see practical blood streaks. You see practical blood. Not real blood, you know, special effects. It was practical special effects. Something you're never going to see these days because everything's got to be computer effects. And what else do you get? Oh yeah, that's something else. The 12 rating didn't help. You can make a drinking game in the 2012 local rim job, and I will call it that. How many people fire in a box when they get shot? How many? No imagination, there's no mass, no women with feet tits. She's always tried to imitate that, but don't forget, she's a 12 rating now, so she wears a top. So even that dick teases you. And there's nothing to it, and it doesn't know whether it starts or ends. So, to the 2012 one, no imagination. Devin Fairfield does not know how to do acting. Doesn't know how to do fuck all about the remakes. No effects look like a video game. That's an insult on a video game. Actors, they're to look fitter. Director's wife, who sucks, probably even sucking. And the original from 1990, which is My Eyes Is Still a Biddy, and the classic, and rightly so. A 10-star rating for me, and the remake sucks ass. So until then, be smart, be safe. See you later.